Hello everyone, my name is Olumide Goodness and welcome to the Global Table. Five voices and one table. Here at the Global Table, we aim to bring international relations relatable to everyone. And today's topic is
Wait, what about us?
my bad. Let's start again.
And so here with me are Akil Ife. I'm Kosiane.
Ayubebukola Jael.
Golden confidence.
And today we're talking about an interesting topic on democracy. And the question here is, why are young people losing faith in democracy? Over time, we heard that democracy is the best form of government and it's for the people, by the people,
For the people.
Of the
of the
people,
people.
yes.
It's
Of the people, for the people, and by the people.
It's fine. We're
Of
not
the
born
people,
yet.
by the people, and for the people.
But
But
just,
as time goes on, yeah, we see that this democracy is actually not working for we, even in Nigeria. Okay, let's date back to the time of the Cold War. We saw that it was two major blocks from the Western Bloc and the Eastern Bloc. We were trying to push two main ideology, which was the communist ideology and democratic ideology. Fine and good. America was able to push their ideology to a large point where we even got to a unipolar system of government. And now it's now like looking at the form of government that majority of us actually use, even in Africa here. So for a while now, since 1999, Nigeria we've been practicing a democratic system of government. And it's already like about 25 years.
Are we though?
plus.
Democratic system
about
of
25 years
government.
plus now.
our
We're already
democracy
into
is
this
shaking.
democracy, and still our democracy
Like
is
the table.
shaking. We are not even getting anything that we really want. People's voices are not being heard. So what is even this form of democracy that we're talking about?
That's something that we need to talk about.
I think in answering the question, why are people losing faith in democracy, the best way to come from, I would say, is the factual point of view. A research that I read a few days ago, that's the Pew Research Survey 2023, was talking about how fewer than half of youths believe that politicians care about people like them. And so, in a way, we're talking about 40 out of 100 people.
40.
We're talking about 30 out of 100.
I will
We're
talk
talking
about
about even 10 people out of 100 believe that, oh, politicians care about me. And so you can see that democracy is clearly not working for Nigeria. People believe that democracy is not the best thing. The government doesn't see them in this system of government.
At this point, I even feel it's for the elites group.
Let's,
Yes, it's for the elites.
like, thinking about it, though, thinking about it honestly, like, why would youths have faith in democracy? Because
Yeah.
democracy came with a lot of promises. Like when we are about to start
Thank you.
this, our federation, our dear country, Nigeria, they came with promises. Oh, the three ethnic groups, major ethnic groups, power is going to be shared, your voices are going to be heard, everything. But we are here struggling. Like people are struggling for their
At
lives.
this point, I'm not even surprised about the political party going in the country because it's due to what the government has actually proposed to us that it's now making people act this way.
If you look at the time, like when a lot of youth actually came out in 2023 elections, they were promised, they came out, they made their voices heard. But like even after everything, they didn't their voices were not heard. It didn't reflect in the seat of government. So like they wouldn't even want to come out again. Like at this point, everyone is just nonchalant, everyone just doesn't care
Anything,
because
anything else will
At
happen.
this point in time, everybody just cares about their own survival. Like in Nigeria, but like, can you blame themselves? I can't blame them because like we're all struggling. So I just
Everybody's
like,
fighting for their
I
life.
like this my own view. Like it's not even serious because the government is not serious. So why would people not be serious?
let's calm down now.
Like even
You don't know if Tinubu can watch this.
that 2023 election, it just showed how people were disillusioned by the government.
And not
Because
just that.
INEC results varied from the actual thing that happened.
And not just that, you could see that even people were actually running for their life because if you see that election,
Yes.
they were killings.
Bloody.
Yeah. Mostly in the north, you could see that at any point in time, if they don't like vote the person that they really want to be in position,
Your
there's
life
a lot
is at
of
stake,
yeah, their
yeah.
life would be at stake at that point in time. So we
Even
couldn't blame anyone.
without elections, let's even look at the NSAS protest now. That was like one of the largest protests
Like,
we've had
that was
in like
scared
a
by
while.
youths.
Like that was followed by youth, and then like the thing just like like people were shut up. Like it
They
was
were ready to
literally
lay down
the
their
youths were
lives.
shut up by the government because like Twitter was banned for that period of time.
Yes.
They were killing
Police
like
brutality.
multiple killings.
This DJ that she even went online.
Yeah, I
to show
remember
them
her.
That, oh, these are the bullets, what is happening, that everybody see. Like me and Miss Benjamin can cry. Because it was horrible. It was horrible that
the government that we don't even have what we call it might be a government for the by people and
Thank
for
you.
but the
Everybody
people
was
are
not
not
really.
it wasn't linking it wasn't
Yes.
kids. Like it's just like why would the people the government that just before the people be against
Yes.
see okay, so with that being said, if you see that democracy is actually failing, but now social media is seem to gain is gaining. So what do you now think about this time and era that we are in?
I think like social media is even now more democratic
Yeah.
than the actual government that it's supposed to
Yes.
reflect, right? So because there people are actually legit able to give their opinions, give like if you want to know what's going on, just go on social media.
Actually,
So
I get most of my news from social media.
Bro.
And that's what actually keeps us up to date because the government is always controlling the narrative that goes on out in the public. They are able to stop certain news from coming out. But social media is not like that. Social media
Unfiltered.
doesn't censor information
Bro.
like the government does. And so you can say your opinions freely and nobody is going to judge you.
Like,
and that's the reason I like Sulumoguchio because that man, he has actually gone so far for us, especially
Yes.
because of his opinion he had had and because of these things. Like people actually resonate with him more. And now you can even see case of his Ochaya case that just died. Before now, would still be protest outside after 9 years after it had happened.
9 years.
But now you can
9
see
years
that
is
even
crazy.
everybody is pulling it out. Everybody is saying justice for China.
Say justice
And now,
for
things
China,
are being
actually.
even now, let's even talk about. I didn't want to go into feminism too much, but you can see that even the rights of women are now put out there.
Yes,
Anything that
clock
happens,
it.
any little thing at all, you see that oh, they put right of women, the right of men, and justice is being served right.
But then, so you guys were also forgetting that any amount of social media is they're also bad. Like it is bad. Like there can be news that is fake, and the thing is that because we're so eager to believe that social media, and because we don't have other reliable news platform, we think oh social media is not the news platform. We're so eager to divulge any type of news that is. But like, can you blame people for believing news when the other source that is
Like,
supposed to be coming
over
from
time,
direct
yes.
source, I can't blame them, but then it's just a thing of the fact that they are doing just social media, they can be cyberbullying, there can be a lot like they can even put news about someone just to defame the person. You know some people do that for political reasons, right?
Yeah.
Like they'll just put news about people and then it's just for them to like bring people down. Social media is dangerous. In as much as that's why we get our news from is dangerous.
but I feel like weighing it, like fit to say, let's talk about the facts. Like weighing it though, like the percentage to which social media has failed us compared to the percentage in which the real media and the government has failed us, like you cannot really compare. So at the end of the day, people will trust. Let's look at the more recent example of these Benue killings now. Like for me as a person, on like our own African or Nigerian news channels, I have hardly ever seen news about the Benue killings.
Yes.
I see them on
It's like
American
they're
news
not
channels. Like
acknowledging
it's like it almost doesn't exist. So how could like we need social media because of this kind of things? How can a country that is like how many miles away from us know more about what is happening than we who
And
are
that's,
living in the
that's
country?
very problematic. Like looking at the history of things where even we as the citizens or even the government that is supposed to guide us and supposed to like manage our affairs, they don't even know about our affairs. So when the Westerners come or when the people from like the Europeans when they come and we are complaining, oh they are trying to colonize us, imperialism and stuff, but like our people are not giving us anything to hold on to.
Speaking of yesterday, alright, and the lady was actually saying that this case is something that these people have been actually even voicing out about this, but nobody have heard them. So now social media has brought these things to a place whereby we can actually find help for these people over and over again. So I feel if social media is helping us to do that, then that's the best way. And aside from even that, we could see that there are lots of news on the internet, but it's still left for you to be able to know the right one to pick after seeing everything. You can also be able to deduce
Yeah.
what is right for you.
But how
You
do we
can
know what
sieve
is right?
them out.
You can actually still sieve them out because obviously you would have seen facts. It's facts that actually make things. When you see facts, you see everything because people don't just come out to say things. They have to be fine. There have to be timeline to
It
things.
must be evidence.
But people
Evidence
just
that
actually
yes.
come out to say
I'm
things.
sorry,
That's
have
the
you
thing.
seen our generation?
Like people actually do come out
Have
to
you
just say
seen our,
things.
I think we believe to have faith in our generation.
I mean, with every pun intended, Faith, we get it.
That's why I know. Yeah, it's our
We need to
face
see her
in our generation. And so you just saying that the majority of the news put out there is fake. I don't believe that because our generation we are rising up and we are a generation with evidence really. We are educated. Majority of our generation is educated. So I believe that the majority of news that will actually end up on social media will also carry evidence really.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So you can't just say that.
And I actually don't blame anyone if they are fake news. After all, it's what our government has kept on ground that is making people react that way.
Yeah.
So
No,
I mean, maybe like a party note to everyone there because it's actually our responsibility to because we can't be complaining about fake news and we be driving fake news, right?
Yeah.
Information is very fragile. A little thing can distort it. So let's make sure it's better to not talk about it if you do not know about it than to spread because these are lives and these are people that are at stake. So for our viewers watching, anyone that like comes across this video, if this is the only thing you can take out of this video, like be careful with what you pass across. So
Actually.
because people lives depend on it. Yeah.
So social media has actually enhanced the voices of people. Now, what do you think Nigeria can learn from other youth-led movements?
Thank you so much for that question. Because when we look at this country, Chile, we can see that mass youth protests they led to constitutional reform. Even in Tunisia, the Arab Spring, what did it lead to? It led to more democratic practices. And so I feel like if Nigeria wanted to, we could actually take from what those youths did in their own protests and use it in ours. I'm not saying we should have like a chaotic riot, but I'm saying we can use it in a structured way and it will still make sense for us.
But what can you say about those protests that have held, but still they don't yield any results?
Well, I think one thing, and even drawing from our own protest, like it was at one point it became disorganized. Like different people that were not even they didn't know the reason for the protest began to join.
Do you know, I heard
They
that
just like
people went there and they were cooking and they were sleeping there.
No, but that's actually real.
No, because like that's not even the aim of the protest, and yet
people went on. I remember that bandits like took over.
Yes,
People
now,
were
yes.
and everything.
I remember ShopRite. The place was cleared
Okay,
out.
let's talk about last year, 2024, August. That's when we were protesting about economic hardship in the country. You can also see that people were actually doing a lot of things. The protest changed that the main people that owned the protest, the other, what do you call them, bandits, they overtook the protest and said,
I think the problem is like many people do not know how to protest. They don't know what they protest is. So many people just use protest as a tool for destruction.
Yeah.
They use
Yes.
it like they vent their anger. They use it like this is and that's actually not how protest should be. Protest should have a drive, it should have a point, it should have something like that's why during NSAS at that beginning it was like a peaceful protest. They carry like end police brutality, end this, end that, then it just spiraled to some kind of like criminal
At the point
ground.
it was survived. Politicians were coming and then people were just
Nigeria's
coming
catch
to
cruise
No,
mentality.
like we're just we're a happy country. We're a happy country. Yeah, we're happy, but we lack structure.
Yeah.
also another thing again, this George Floyd's case. And one time too when George Floyd when he was killed and all of this, you could see how they did the movement. And actually now they've gotten that stuff that black people need. And now black people voices are now being heard. Now if they don't want to if anything wants to happen, everybody goes back to what happened to George Floyd then to gain credence of what's going to happen. So you get
So basically, the foundation of this argument is that we need structure.
Yeah.
yes.
Because as youths rising up, while most of our youths, even though we're uneducated, even though we're educated, I mean, we do not have like what's it called? We do not know how to do it, who to go. We don't know the processes and everything.
Yeah.
So hence structure.
Yeah. Also education. Like this is one of the things the media is meant for. Like people are supposed to know how to protest.
Yes.
How do you protest? Protest is different from riot.
And why you are protesting.
A
Go, girl.
protest is legal, a riot is illegal. So please, we need to know how to protest peacefully to
Tell me
get
why I'm
the
going to
things we need.
protest, like I'm going for a protest and I'm using my phone. I'm using my wallet.
Yes, because like some people will go there just to take phones and go and sell it. Like that's their own market
They are
space.
part of the problem.
Free phones for more money.
So I mean, change by trying to bring up, but still not making the change.
We have
Yeah.
to be the change.
Yes.
Be the change.
Be the change.
Be the change you want to see. I'm feeling
Youth for
philosophical.
change.
As you should be now.
Yeah.
Aristotle.
Be the change. 2025 it will come.
Actually.
Clock it.
So with that being said, what's the way forward then? People are actually saying, okay, this, that, democracy is this, what's the way forward? We should actually imbibe the culture. What other youth have done in other countries? What's the way forward for us in Nigeria?
I think we should maximize social media, like Ibukun said. So there are different forms of education. It doesn't have to be like a formal setting in class or something. You can just teach these people how to because social media in a way has enhanced globalization. You don't have to go there to get it in. Many of these things they are being posted, they are being you can join virtually. So just be willing to learn, be willing to get more knowledge, like something you shouldn't do as a person, as a youth, as a child, as a teenager, like don't go into something without like real knowledge and
Yes,
right?
it's
So
something
because
we do as a
you would
generation.
embarrass yourself, it's going to go like very awful and like
And
in
it's
the
just
long
off
term-
context, really.
yeah, exactly. So we should maximize. That's why we at this table we are here. We are trying to like let you guys know this is a form of education, guys. I hope you are taking notes.
Please
So
take
how
notes.
to like actually go about lending your voice or sharing your voice um with the world basically or with the government because it's all form of democracy at the end of
Yes,
the day.
and I feel like it just has to the fact that because we're in a new generation, democracy should be reshaped to fit our generation. Because what was existing back then, the traditions and everything, is not the same thing that will exist now. So we just have to reshape democracy to fit this new generation. And as Gen Alpha is arising, another
Alpha, Gen Beta, all of them, Gen Z.
generation, all of them. So
Okay,
just basically.
okay, with that being said, I also feel that for democracy to work for us here in Nigeria, we actually have to do it in a way that it works for us, not just doing what the Western people are giving us. We should use it in a way that it really works for us in this country.
Like
And
what
by then, we
Asian
start seeing
tigers
results.
did.
Yes, what Asian tigers are doing, what China is doing as well.
What are
And
they?
it's going to be actually, it will be good.
What
Yeah.
do you guys think of a Nigerian democracy? What do you think it will
Like
be?
in Nigeria,
Like,
That's what I was about to
democracy.
say.
But at that
It's
point in
actually not
time-
be bad.
At that point in time, we have to give a structure to what our
Obviously.
Nigerian
And that's what our government will also help with. But trusting God that the government would arise to the occasion and be better. And they can even help with these structures of our own democracy.
Also, you guys, you can just like put like in the comment section the
Yes.
type of
Democracy
like
that you think
the
would
Nigerian
work.
democracy. What do you think we should put? What do you think? Maybe we can all arise
And if you think we should transition, it's
I'm
not bad.
joking.
You
I'm
people,
joking.
you be cutting me off. Yes, I was about to say.
So what do you want to say?
Okay, I would say that like with all the structure and everything, like we have to imbibe a culture of like accountability in Nigeria. Because if you say Nigerian democracy, like what comes into people's mind is a corrupt democracy.
Yeah.
Like, see how we said, oh, people went for protest and somebody went there and steal phones. Like we have to have an accountability culture. Like you hold people responsible for the actions that they commit. And for you to be able to do that, that means you have to be like you have to also be doing the right thing.
Yes.
So in your own little space, in your own little corner, oh yeah, financial secretary, but you're stealing money. Please, you people,
Know
you are part
yourself.
of the problem. So
Please.
I'm just
change.
joking,
Like
am I?
we have to actually like be the change we want to see. This cannot change if you continue doing the wrong things that you don't want to see.
Also, to buttress that your point, speaking in the governance aspect of it. So, if our government are coming to give their manifesto during elections and all of that, they promise to do this, promise to do that. They should also be like transparency, where and accountability. Where over time, we should be able to like keep them accountable to see, oh, have you been able to fulfill this goal over time, over time, over time?
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, everyone. What we've said so far, if you think that democracy is still the best form of government, or you think we need to change it, please comment it on the section below.
Yeah, let's table it here. Drop it on the table.
It's shaping the world.
It's on the table.
Thank you so much.
Bye guys.
Bye.